Hey, so here are my quarantine tips, okay? Here's the way to survive quarantine, no matter what form of lockdown you're in, no matter where you are in the world. So if you haven't already, by the way, make sure you hit subscribe and you hit that notifications bell so you get a cheeky little notification every time I upload a brand new video. Now, I think it's safe to say that the world that we're in at the moment is very, very different to the one we've come to expect. And the beauty of this is that in essence, we've had lots of things taken from us. You know, our daily lives probably don't resemble anything close to the daily lives that they were before the quarantine started. And the beauty of that is you are getting the chance to start again. You're getting the chance to find your inner peace and find your comfort without all those things that you've come to expect. Whether that's the gym, whether that's your job, whether that's shopping, whether that's going out and seeing friends, whether that's going to the cinema and social, whatever it may be. We are getting the opportunity, which I hope we don't, but you never know, we might, but we probably won't get in our lifetime again. You know, in what world are we made to stay within four walls and, you know, hopefully be paid for it in some way, shape or form to kind of cover our finances? So this is a beautiful opportunity, or it can be an obstacle. It's all your perception on how you see what is currently happening in the world today. I think the last statistic was like over a quarter of the world is in some form of lockdown/quarantine. So you are not alone in this, okay? So you are experiencing exactly the same sort of things as everybody else. Obviously, you're just gonna have a different strain because your life is totally different to everybody else's. But I thought it'd be really, really handy to give you my 3 simple tips to surviving quarantine. And they're practical tips as well. I'm going to do another video all about finding inner peace, but 3 practical tips so you don't go stark raving mad within the same 4 walls. And they're going to be really, really simple, and I'm going to make sure I'm trying to include variations for people who are maybe living on their own or living, you know, in family situations. Okay, so my first simple tip is create a routine. And I know it might be really, really simple and really easy to lie in, to not get dressed, to just kind of watch Netflix all day and just kind of watch the hours sort of tick by or the minutes tick by. And that's okay, there's no criticism there. But if you want to survive this long term and get the most out of it, create yourself a routine, create your structure for your day. Okay, so for me, for example, my routine is I get up slightly later than I usually would because, well, I've got nowhere to go. So I allow myself that. I do all my social media after I have meditated in the morning. Then I do a workout and then I walk my dog. That is my morning routine. And then it's usually lunchtime by then. Then I have lunch and then I do some education for myself. So I do some online courses, I do some work, answer some emails. Then I allow myself some time to watch telly. So if, for example, you maybe could have a similar lifestyle to me, great. If maybe you're in a family environment, it's a really, really cool way to set up, especially for your children and for yourself, a structure to the day. You know, much like they would be in school. A really, really simple structure. You know, 9 till 10 is maths. You know, 10 till 11 is science, and then you've got a break from whatever. Create a school day for them, and that's also a really good structure for you. Having children can be a real blessing in this time because 1, they're going to distract you, and 2, you're going to have to create a structure so they feel good, which will automatically roll out to helping you feel better. So my first simple tip is get yourself a structure, plan your day, have a routine. Much like you have a routine day to day when the world is normal, create yourself one now. Because 1, that will pass the time, and 2, that will give you a flow and a structure, and 3, it will give you that freedom to kind of have that time to chill. Because I know, especially for myself, you may not feel the same. You know, watching TV for hours on end is bliss, but then you kind of get to the end of the day and you feel like, I haven't really fucking done nothing. You know, so it gives you that freedom. Allow yourself time to chill because, again, we've got all this time, go for it. But make sure that your day is structured as well. My second simple tip is, this is going to sound super simple, get dressed as you would if you were going out. I don't mean like go and put a fucking suit and tie on if that's usually what you would wear. If you are working from home, I'd suggest that, is to dress as you usually would, because automatically that shift, 1 in physicality as we dress, but the feeling of those clothes will bring a whole different sense to your mindset. It will change your mindset. We all love joggers and we all love slouchy trousers. We all love just like schlepping around in slippers or socks or whatever. That's great, but make sure that you dress. Maybe, like for me, I'm quite a casual person anyway, but like got a t-shirt on, I've got jeans on, I've put my makeup on, I've done my hair, I've had a shower, because it's not about, that stuff doesn't make you feel better, but the way you feel about that stuff does. So yeah, have some time in your joggers and your PJs, whatever, but make sure that you are shifting as well. You're shifting up, you're changing your clothes and just making yourself feel a little bit more like you would in your normal day to day. So 2 tips so far: create yourself a structure and a plan for your day. And another one is just get dressed, put your makeup on, treat yourself very much as you would normal day to day, okay? And my third and final tip for surviving quarantine is, this is gonna sound really counterintuitive, do stuff that you don't wanna do. And I say this because I'm doing an online course at the moment, and when you're super chilled, when you think you've got the TV right there, you know, the tendency is to avoid that sort of stuff. Use this time. You know, and I know that, you know, when, like, next to Netflix or next to, you know, I don't know, eating some nice food out of the fridge, sitting down and doing some work, if you're not having to go to work, isn't the nicest thought, but actually you're going to gain so much more from doing that, because like I said before, it's going to give you structure, and it's also going to give you that kind of freedom to chill, be more chilled later on. So do something, whether it's go to an online course, whether it is teaching your kids, maybe that's it for you. Just do something where you are learning and growing. Watch something motivational on YouTube. Sign up to an online course, read a book, do something. You know, those might be things you want to do, and great. But I know for quite a lot of people, me included, I would much rather just like chill on the sofa and watch Netflix. But I know when I get to the end of the day, I like to know that I've learned something, that I've progressed, that I've grown despite my current circumstances. So they're my 3 simple tips. Number 1, create a structure and a plan. 2, get up, get dressed. 3, learn something new, do something you don't want to do. Read a book, learn, go and do an online course, do a workout. Whatever it may be, do something that you don't want to do on a rest day, because these aren't rest days. As much as it's nice to chill, these aren't rest days. These are time for you to like nurture, learn and grow. So I hope that helps. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe and hit that notifications bell, and just drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. What are you doing to survive quarantine? And also check out the links in the description box below. You'll find me on all social media, so feel free to hit me up there. But have a beautiful rest of your quarantine day. Sending you lots of love.